Go ahead and say self dot underscore age, and we're going to put this as age. And in all the other cases, we are going to go ahead, let's actually go ahead and have an else case. In all the else cases, we are going to go ahead and say, let's raise an error. We'll call this one as value error. And we are going to mark this as T leaf age must be between 1 and 5 years. 5 years. There we go. So notice here how we are actually controlling each aspect in this really beautiful class that we have written. So we have this age, we have single property here. It could be more, but then you have to perform all this operation for each one of the value that you want to control. Now here's the interesting aspect. Let's just say we call this as a simple leaf, and we create this object from this class tleaf, and we provide a value of 2. All right, that's surely doable. Now I want to simply go ahead and print this leaf age. I'll just go ahead and say I want to just print the age, just like I regularly do that. Notice here I'm not calling it as underscore age or anything. I'm saying, hey, I'm just calling the age. Technically behind the scene you're calling this method, but hey, we never called it like this because that's the magic of this property here. That's what it does behind the scene. Let's go ahead and actually print the value. That will give us a lot of ideas of how things are going on. We'll go ahead and say Python 3. This one is 11. And there we go. Notice here it says 4, although we provided the value as 2. That's because we have overwritten that what you are going to read the value. How you are going to read, we are controlling that. Now on top of this, if I go ahead and try to set some value onto this, let's just say I go ahead and say leaf dot age, and that age can be 4. That's totally allowed. Let's go ahead and print this again. Surely that will be totally allowed. That all right, the value is, although we did set it up 4, but we get it 6. But if we try to have the value of something, let's just say 6, that will give us a problem. Notice here we get the error, and this is something that we have designed. We have designed our own errors in this case. Raise as a value error, T error must be like this. T leaf age must be between 1 and 5, value error. So all of this thing, we are controlling the error part as well. Now again, in this case, it doesn't make sense that you're calling me that value can only be between 1 and 5, but you are adding the value 2. And that's the beauty of learning. We can actually go ahead and control the things that we want to do to make sure that we understand the things. So this is really interesting. You can use a property to actually have this. Don't forget this underscore. This is kind of a secret handshake between the Python programmers in the world of Python that, hey, this is how we define it. Anything with underscore, that means it needs to have a setter, getters, and setters. This is, by the way, called as getter. This is called as setter. We have a lot of names. We call them as sometimes properties, sometimes getters and setters, whatever we call them. The goal is same, to control the value, that how we read the value, and control that how we actually edit those values. That is it for this video. Don't forget to rate us, and let's catch up in the next video.